Hey guys, what's up? So if you guys don't know, अभी अभी कुछ टाइम पहले ओपन एआई ने अपने ओपन सोर्स मॉडल्स रिलीज़ कर दिए हैं. दिस वाज अनाउंस्ड अ वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम अगो, अगर तुम लोगों को पता नहीं है तो. बट बेसिकली दे अनाउंस्ड दैट दे वर गोइंग टू रिलीज ओपन मॉडल्स, एंड देन दे kept delaying it, apparently due to like safety issues. That was the main approach. I watched, like, what's that guy's name who owns T3 Chat, his video, and basically what he explained is कि they were supposed to release it much earlier, but since you can't have a security layer on top of an open source model, the base model has to be so secure that you know the open model does not cause any issues to, well, OpenAI, and it can't be misused. Basically, that was the point, and that's why it took so long for them to release the open source model. Now if you see उनके पेज पे, the models are called OSS, which, oh my god, what is that naming, man? Like I get it, it stands for like open source or something, but GPT-4o, GPT-o4, GPT-OSS, like, ठीक है, that's fine. So basically दो मॉडल्स रिलीज़ हुए हैं, 120 billion parameters and 20 billion parameters. Now many people were suspecting that these open models are the Horizon models जो ओपन राउटर पे आए थे, ये वाले Horizon models. I didn't make a video about this, but if you want to watch a video, just look up Horizon. ये बहुत ही popular concept था. It came out a few days ago. Basically, it's a really good model, and these models, well, it's very safe to say that Horizon ये model नहीं है. Yeah, I can say that because the coding performance is really different. Like Horizon का बहुत अच्छा performance है. Like the T3 guy, sorry, I can't remember his name. Who made T3 Chat? What's that guy's name? Theo. Yeah. Sorry, Theo. So basically, Theo also mentioned it in his video. Now, what I like about these models is they are good in, like, they are better than you would expect them to be for a 20 billion and 120 billion parameter. But the thing is, I really care about coding performance, and the coding performance is shit. मतलब एटलीस्ट बाय टुडे स्टैंडर्ड्स इट्स शिट. अगर ये 6 महीने पहले या 1 साल पहले आता, आई वुड बी like कि this is on par with the top models, but this is just horrible. Let me just show you. Of course you don't expect a lot from a 120B model, but let me just show it to you on open router. Let's go to the 120 billion parameter model, and let's say make a modern looking landing page in HTML and Tailwind. And we will also kind of compare this with Horizon. So let me just give the same prompt to Horizon. So one thing that is good about this model, what you guys can see right now, is ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा fast. I mean, like, I haven't seen a model that writes code this fast, and the 120B model is still okay, but the 20B model on GROQ, the inference provider, is hitting 500 tokens per second. Just think about that. Anyways, let's check out this website that it has made. HTML runner. अरे भाई, why am I typing T? Yeah. So let's say run, and now this is the kind of website that it comes up with. It's not bad by any means, right? It's not bad, but this is something I would that we were able to do a year ago with GPT-4o, or we could do a little better than this with Claude. So the coding performance, at least on the UI side, is not that great. um, Now let's check out how the like how the 20B model does on the exact same prompt. So let's delete this on the exact same prompt. Okay, first of all, yes, what is the speed? It's still not that fast here, but I've seen it go really fast. You can even run these models locally, and that's the best part. 20B model of course locally बहुत efficiently चल जाएगा, and I think this could be one of the top contenders for the model sizes slash the models you run locally, because it is a good model, right? Don't get me wrong, it is a good model, but it is like not as good as what you might have expected. Like I don't think there's any other like 20B model that's able to even do this with coding. Matlab, I'm not sure actually. I haven't tested anything. Let's try something out. A small, I okay, maybe Quen 30B can do it, which is a pretty close size. It's in the same category. Yeah, let's try DevStral. How well does DevStral compare to OSS? Is it any good? Um One thing about OSS is it is a thinking model. I don't think DevStral is a thinking model, and this is slightly bigger than OSS. Let's see what it comes up with. This is also pretty decent speed, but you can clearly see a difference between the two. Also, what I like about these new models is इसका जो UI का style है ना, that is slightly different than that वो the thing that we've become used to with Claude, the weird gradient buttons, and you can very obviously tell that UI is made with Claude, and this feels a little different. I mean, you can still tell the similarities, but this feels different quite clearly. Okay, so first of all, the code is not as long, which okay, no. So ये वाला, how many lines was this? Let's see. Yeah, so clearly OSS does much better, but I think DevStral was released long back, so it's not a fair comparison. But I guess I can say कि 20B वाले models में this is a good coding model for a small model, right? Maybe DeepSeek R1 could compare. Let's see. Yeah, let's send the message again and see what. Oh, I just got a 429 because free वाला use कर रहा हूँ मैं. Where are the smaller models? So it's usually in the range of either 12 billion parameters or it goes all the way up to 32 billion parameters. ये exact size में कुछ नहीं है. One model on release that I was really impressed with was Gemma, and Gemma का मैंने coding performance इतना ज़्यादा टेस्ट नहीं किया था, but I think this should be comparable to OSS, even though Gemma 3, it's been like 3 months since it came out. Let's see. Yeah, no, so I guess it's safe to say, as far as small models go, this is really good at coding. The only model that I would be a little doubtful about whether or not it can do this is the Quen Coder 32B, but that is that is also uh, like a 32B model. So it is like 1.5 times the size, but we'll still test it out. Let's see what Quen gives us. Now keep in mind that Quen, oh shit, I used Quen 2.5. No, that's the wrong model. Quen coder. Okay, isn't there like Quen 3 coder 32B? Quen 3 32B. I'm pretty sure there we go. So we have a 32B Quen 3 model. Okay, let's see how Quen 2.5 has done on this run. Pretty decent. I still would prefer the one that OSS made. मतलब it's so weird to say भाई ये क्या है मतलब why do I have to keep saying OSS man. Okay, let's run this again. See, speed of response, I think OSS beats everything. I have also seen that the 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 benchmarks are really good. Once we are done with this like HTML test, let's check out the benchmarks. Okay, so it thought for like 20 seconds uh, for a very simple prompt. Okay, 1 minute, I want to see the thought chain. I know this video is not about Quen, but testing in the browser, the page looks like modern, adding links. Now I will, okay, that's not a lot. Okay, hey. Okay, the user wants me to, first I need to set up, हाँ the basic जैसे सोचते हैं जैसे the how the models output the thinking text, it's pretty generic. Let's see. Okay, this I would argue is on the same level as OSS, but this is a 32B model. This could, you could consider this to be slightly better, but it's on a similar level. So I think for the size, just because we are seeing really good models now, OSS does not look that good, and I am still a little bit disappointed. I thought it would be a much better model, but it is still really good. It's on par with the rest of the stuff. It's just that it's a small model. It can't be as good as the other models. Okay, no. So sorry, in my head I was comparing this to the 120B, and this performance is comparable to the 120B. The 32B model Quen 3 is better than OSS 20B very clearly. Let me just clarify. Okay, I think ये ज़्यादा confusing हो गया होगा. Okay, so when I first thought of the comparison, Quen 3 versus OSS, यहाँ पे right, I thought that मेरे दिमाग में I was comparing the 120B model to this, which is unfair. Okay, just one sentence. The 20B model is almost as good as the 32B Quen model, but the Quen model is better. Okay, just let's say that for now. Okay, let's see the benchmark scores. So total parameter size is 117B, and this is 21 billion parameters. And then this is a mixture of experts model. So basically, if you don't know what a mixture of experts model is, जब भी आप इनपुट करते हो ना तो सारे पैरामीटर्स एक्टिव नहीं होते हैं, ओनली द एक्सपर्ट पैरामीटर्स दैट आर based on the topic you entered, only those get activated. That's what mixture of experts is. So mixture of experts models usually perform way better than normal GPTs. Post training, okay, all of this stuff. ठीक है, so code forces पे it is almost on par with O3 and O4 mini, which is really good. See, think about that. You can run something as powerful as O3 mini or O4 mini on your system with all the privacy. So that is really good. Humanities last exam mein it's okay, it's mid midway. Um, Health bench is of course an important benchmark, although I don't really care. I don't ask AI for medical. I do ask AI for medical advice, but AIM. Wow, it's it has a 96 on AIME, but practically everything has a above 95. These are really good models. Um, okay, GPQA Diamond may it has 100 and so I remember when there was this like 14B model from Microsoft 5.4, yeah, 5.4 came out and it scored like 30 or something on the GPQA Diamond, and we were so impressed that a open source model could do that, and now this model is doing like 80 on GPQA Diamond, which is crazy. Overall, yes, these models are impressive. I am still a little bit disappointed. I just keep repeating that uh, because for some reason I expected them to be even better. Because then again, it's all about the price, right? Yes, you can run Quen locally, but I am thinking more about when you build applications, right? So let's say there is something like GLM, right? If I could just use GLM for my application, which is giving input output tokens for 20 cents, and then I see OSS, which is a much smaller model, it's along the similar lines, and I would always go with GLM then OSS, even though OSS is faster. GLM just gives a better output, and the models are so cheap. So why would I just not go with GLM when I'm building an application? I get the use case of this when you're trying to build like a privacy focused on desktop application, but other than that, like, what's the point? I know that's like the big section of what people want to do, but I usually build like web based applications, and they're not that like privacy focused. Privacy focused matlab I mean I don't work on like government stuff or something. Like, I just work on products, right? So you can pull something from OpenAI or you can pull something from Claude, and in those use cases I don't think this model is it. Overall, impressive but unimpressive. The exact same review as Theo. Um, Anyways, yeah. So that's the model. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Tada. Bye bye.